Hey everyone, happy November 2024. I don't know how that happened, but here we are. I just wanted to give y'all an update. I think it's been about 2 months since I last chat with y'all, and a lot has happened since then. We had 2 hurricanes come through. Thankfully, our area was not too badly affected, and there's just been a lot. There's a lot to catch you up on. So here goes. So last time I talked with y'all, I was planning to repeal a insurance denial for a loop recorder. I had met with my electrophysiologist to discuss it. He had done the peer-to-peer review for me, and they just didn't think there was enough evidence in the previous monitoring. I had a 30-day monitoring prior to that, and they just said there wasn't enough evidence to warrant it. My concern was that I have this KCNJ2 mutation. We think that it's periodic paralysis. I do get episodic muscle weakness. I've got physical features of Anderson-Tawil syndrome. We have family history of significant cardiac events, including cardiac arrest. So I've had just a few concerns. I've had arrhythmias as well. Those arrhythmias that I had been having, which I thought were long QT, when I submitted those through the Quali app, they, I guess, recalculated the numbers and said that it actually was not long QT. So that was kind of confusing. But I was having SVTs, and I did have my electrophysiologist look at that. They're pretty common. He didn't have any major concerns about it. But because in the support group that I'm in for periodic paralysis, there's folks who have Anderson-Tawil syndrome who have had family members pass away suddenly without warning from cardiac events. So that was my primary concern. So when it came to appealing the insurance denial, I was gathering a lot of research, fully prepared to do that. I had reached out to the experts of the Periodic Paralysis Association because they're really phenomenal, and was fully prepared to do that. And then I've had some other kind of, life things happen, come up between the hurricanes and just other dental things, car things happen. And I've just been really burned out already from the past, 6 or so years of trying to figure out the health issues that I was dealing with. So I've just been tired. So I made the decision not to move forward with the appeal for the loop recorder for now. The way that I came to that decision, you might be hearing a drawer creak in the background, and that's my cat playing with the closet door. But the logic that I kind of went through in my brain was that if I did have some kind of sudden cardiac event, I most likely will not be recording that on my EKG, which I can try to do. My electrophysiologist has really said that the Quali app is high quality. I'm not advertising for them. I'm not endorsing them. I'm not getting paid by them. I'm just telling you what my electrophysiologist said. So I thought that that was really encouraging. And so kind of lost my train of thought there. Where was I going with this? Okay. So I am able to track, if I feel like I'm having arrhythmias, and provided that I'm not unconscious, I have been able to pick up on arrhythmias using that Quali app and using my Apple Watch. So I think I'm well covered there. If I did have some kind of significant cardiac event where I was unconscious, then I trust that we would move forward most likely with a loop recorder implant from that point. But just from a management standpoint, for me at this point, I've made the decision that that's just a lot. I already have a lot on my brain, obviously, and I'm really trying to prioritize getting more rest and getting more rest on a regular basis, and really giving my brain a break, to be honest with you. So that's how I came to that decision. Hey, it's me. Thing I forgot to mention about the arrhythmias, because y'all might be wondering, why is this girl not getting an appeal if she's been having arrhythmias? Important thing I forgot to mention. I had been taking a potassium chloride prescription daily to help prevent muscle weakness for the periodic paralysis. I stopped taking that because I suspected that might have been causing arrhythmias. I did not start having the arrhythmias until I had started the potassium chloride. Granted, I had also been consuming a crap ton of cocoa powder, like raw cocoa powder, and SVTs can happen as a result of caffeine. So while I don't drink a lot of coffee, I do have a lot of cocoa powder in my life. I have since downgraded to, what do you call it? It's Dutch process cocoa, which is less acidic and less caffeine, I think. So I am off the potassium chloride as far as taking it daily, and I am off of raw cocoa powder and have not been having arrhythmias since then. So it's been a couple of months of no arrhythmias. So that also was reassuring to me that I could pause on the whole loop recorder aspect. So I just wanted to clarify that. That's all, and I'll let you get back to the rest of the video. The other thing that I had mentioned in a previous video was that I am looking into hemochromatosis, for better or for worse. And the reason for that was that I had gotten sick recently and had gone back through my medical records to reference something for a provider and had seen that my iron saturation was high. And at the same time, I had been looking through my Promethease results and had seen that there had been an update, and I was noticing that I had certain gene variants that were associated with the secondary forms of hemochromatosis. I have certain factors that kind of lend themselves to that. At my age, in my understanding, it's pretty rare to get a hemochromatosis diagnosis, but because I've had blood clots, because I have regular migraines, and because of certain family history that is not specific to but could be characteristic of hemochromatosis, I just wanted to look into it to see if it would be worth it. In my understanding, therapeutic phlebotomies are one of the treatments, and people have had good results with that, even people with migraine. So anything to help with migraines and my brain is a great thing. So I had moved forward with reaching out to a specialist in my area. It turned out that they were seated within the gastroenterology and hepatology department of the medical network that I was seeking the specialist in, which I was not expecting. A lot of the other hematologist specialists in our area are those who specialize in hemochromatosis are often hematologists, and I already have a hematologist from when I had blood clots. So just so that we could rule out a lot of other things. So I had set up that consult for that to talk to somebody to see if I could see that specialist. I was told over the phone that you had to meet with somebody from the GI department, and they would kind of screen you through. And then there was a mix-up because I guess that was not the case, and I ended up having a GI appointment anyways, which it kind of worked out. I had been seeing a different GI specialist outside of this network, and I just wanted to get their take anyways. And this particular hospital has a great clinic for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and because that can affect your GI, I was interested in getting their thoughts and how that might differ from the other GI specialists that I had seen. So they offered a completely different direction. I haven't really looped you guys into that just because I haven't really wanted to get into gastroenterology and whatnot. And it's just something that I've had to come back to. Like, I had a lot of things scheduled and then got laid off. So it's just been a lot of like mulling through it. So there wasn't too much to tell. But what I can say for now is that they are connecting me with a specialist that understands hemochromatosis. And I will in the future be moving forward with their GI suggestions. The first GI specialist that I saw was taking a kind of SIBO approach, and the second GI specialist was taking more of a pelvic floor approach to things because of the Ehlers-Danlos. I was really impressed as well that I was very upfront with them about, I'm concerned about malignant hyperthermia, about long QT, about electrolyte shifts because of the periodic paralysis, because they were recommending, endoscopy, colonoscopy, things where there's general anesthesia. I was noting those concerns to them, and they took those very seriously. And it's not to say that the first GI wasn't taking it seriously. I just felt that they had, maybe they were better at communicating it, and they had a better grasp of what I was talking about. And because they also understand the Ehlers-Danlos side of things, I just felt more comfortable with them. So this second GI specialist that I decided to move forward with recommended literally 6 procedures / treatments that we could explore to figure out what's happening with my GI system. It hasn't been so bad lately. I kind of have like these flare-ups of issues. I had a really bad 2-week thing with reflux, I think because I had pineapple and tomatoes in the same day. So go figure. But because of other life expenses, car expenses, dental expenses, life things, I am pausing on that. And also just again, wanting to take a break from the medical side of things. My approach is going to be, for now, literally using YouTube videos on pelvic floor exercises and seeing if that helps. And I've been using it for about a week, and if you don't like to hear about poo, then just skip over this part. But I have been going to the bathroom multiple times a day, which is not normal for me, but it's a great thing, I will say. And for those who want to see the short video that I am using for my exercises, I'll put it in the recommended watches playlist on my channel. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I meant to mention this before, but for those of you who have been listening for maybe to get insight into insurance appeals, I highly recommend another video on my recommended watches playlist. It was put out by Nord. They had a conference this year, and it's called Overcoming Insurance Barriers with Rare Disease 2024 Nord Living Rare Forum. You can also just search that on YouTube and it'll pop up. But I highly recommend that. You can also do other searches about insurance appeals on YouTube. There's a lot of great content out there if that's something that you want to do. But anyways, so back to the GI specialist and whatnot. I'm putting a pause on that until I can recoup my finances, recoup my mental energy, and yeah, that's just the way it's going to be for now until my body tells me otherwise. So yeah, what else did I want to tell you guys about? An interesting thing as far as the dental side of things, which I don't think I've ever talked about dental things on this channel, but I saw my dentist recently just for a routine cleaning. Thought it was going to be a routine cleaning, and they wanted to do a bunch of fillings and also give me a night guard, sexiest of all things, having a night guard, right? So this dentist was telling me things that no other dentist has told me before. Like, and granted, maybe these things didn't exist before, but she was seeing signs of like clenching. And I don't grate at night. And she said there weren't signs of grating, but she said that I might be clenching just because like my teeth have signs of like where there's been pressure. And I have like some kind of like very minor like fracturing happening in one of my front teeth. So to prevent losing part of my teeth, they recommended a night guard. And she said that if I'm waking up with migraines in the morning, which sometimes I do, sometimes a lot of times I don't, it just kind of depends, then the night guard might actually help, relax those jaw muscles and prevent migraines. So I'm doing that. I had I don't know what it's called, the way that they put this I keep wanting to say sonography, but I don't think it is. But it like maps out your teeth and it creates this like digital image of your teeth. And so they send that out, and then my dentist creates, or like I guess the third party company creates the actual like mold and everything, and then they send it to my dentist, and I go pick it up from my dentist. So that was a really interesting thing. Another interesting, strange side note, I tried contacts for the first time. I do have prescription glasses. That did not work out. I thought about creating like a whole YouTube video on that. If you would like to see a video about contacts, then I will happily share my experience. I can tell you I've got astigmatism, and the contacts for me were more blurry than like my normal vision, like without glasses. Like I'm not wearing anything right now, and I can see better than I was seeing with the contacts. So it was very strange. I think there was just like a lot of movement happening because they were like the soft kind. But anyway, so that was another little adventure that I had recently. I think that's the most of what I wanted to chat with y'all about. But yeah, if you have questions, or if you would like to provide an update, I would love to hear updates on how you all are doing. I know a few people have put comments in other videos. Would love to hear how you all are doing. And I'm just gonna keep y'all posted on how this hemochromatosis consultation goes, and if anything comes of that. I'm going to be asking about therapeutic phlebotomy because of the blood clots and migraines and that good stuff, to see if that might be helpful, and go from there and see what he says. So I'll keep you posted as, things come up, and y'all reach out if you would like to. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.